So this is episode 17 of the Vegan Hour. This is Tuesday night, September the 6th, and we are into spring. Spring has sprung. It's feeling warmer already. So I have Lindy Bell and Dennis Fuzz with me tonight. Tonight's theme, when we talk to them, is finding out about their vegan journey and how going vegan at any age can improve your health. Plant-based diet can do wonders for your health. I'm very, very interested to talk to them about this and to have them share their story with you. And then the plan is for a little bit of an introduction from them first, a bit of a story, background story, so that you know their journey, and then you can start asking questions based on that. So that's the plan. I know we've got some pixelation happening. I can see it on the screen here, but the YouTube video that I upload in a day or two will be fine. So don't panic, guys. So as per my regular format, actually I should be watching the comments coming in just to see if anyone's saying anything already. Audio is good, visual grainy, yes. And hi Annette, and Olivia says can hear perfectly. Excellent, that's what we want. Now let's just mention a few events coming up in the next week. This is Tuesday night, so in 2 nights time, Thursday night, the 8th of September at 5:30 p.m. at the University of Queensland at St Lucia. Boy, that's a mouthful. There's a panel on animal rights and human responsibilities. That has James Aspey on it, Lee Chantel from Viva La Vegan, Zaid Watson from the Animal Justice Party, Claire Fryer from PETA, and Trinlar. I'm not sure. Trinlar is from Lungri Tungpa Centre, I think it is. I'm not sure what that is, but that's a free event and it's on animal rights and human responsibility. So that's on Thursday night. Now on Saturday, are you feeling hungry for some 100% vegan food? Yes you are, because we have the Flower of Life Bakery grand opening happening in Helensvale from 10 a.m. Everything's half price, which is awesome. You can get gluten-free goodies. This is a 100% vegan bakery. The owners of the bakery will be on the show in a few weeks' time. But in the meantime, head up to Helensvale Saturday morning. I'll be there stuffing my gob, which is something I'm really good at doing. So yeah, I'll be there. So half price goodies. That's in Helensvale. If you want to know, I'll put the links to these later on after the show.
Hi, Kath.
Yes, and Kerry says go vegan, and Christy is watching, thanks for watching, and Olivia says yes, that's good. I'm not sure what the question was. And Matthew says hi everyone, thank you for all the comments coming in. Actually I'm seeing them on the phone, they're not refreshing on the computer, so I might just refresh the computer so we can see them there. And just want to mention on Sunday as well, my friends at Farm Animal Rescue are having, oh, yeah, we've got a little bit of a glitch. Just hang on a second, it'll reconnect. Okay. Right, okay, we're back again. Yeah, slight glitch there. On Sunday, my friends at Farm Animal Rescue are doing a walk for animals in Brisbane. And that starts at 10 a.m. at the Riverside Markets. And it goes for, I think it's about 5 kilometres through the city. They finish with a plant-based barbecue, which is awesome. So you have to, I think you have to register for that. So go on the Farm Animal Rescue site and you can find out more details about that. So, and Kiska says looking good.
Oh, Kiska. Hi, Kiska.
Kathy says hi. Matthew says hi. Yes, so just reading the comments coming through now. And finally, one other thing on Sunday. Woohoo! Feed the Earthlings, 100% vegan pizza at Ashmore is having an Omnis Eat Free pizza session. So bring your Omni friends along, they can eat free. Wow. They can find out how fantastic 100% vegan food is. This is actually one of the amazing reasons why my mum and dad went vegetarian, not quite vegan, but they've gone vegetarian in their 70s, because I gave them, ooh, we're having reconnect problems again, a little bit glitchy, yep. Okay, we're back again. Sorry guys, having a little bit of techo difficulties, what a surprise. My parents, I gave them pizza from Feed the Earthlings Pizza and they could not tell the difference. They couldn't tell that they weren't eating meat. And a few months later, my dad went vegetarian. My mum and dad went vegetarian, which was awesome. So let's just refresh this here. So, okay, that's enough talking from me. Okay, so what I want to do, guys, is just hold off any questions you've got until we find out about Lindy and Dennis and their journey. So, who would like to start?
I'll let Dennis do that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's good.
Okay, he's good. Yes, Dennis is good. Yes, okay. So, Dennis, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about. Let's start with. Can I ask you how old you are?
Yeah, that's sure. That's okay.
Okay. How old are you, sir?
I'll be 69 next month.
Wow.
And
you're young for your age.
yeah, well, I feel good. It's,
Wow.
I started 5 years ago. I went vegan, and then you'd gone well before me.
So you went vegan 5 years ago?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Okay.
And
cool.
I've just never felt so good in all my life. And, so for, over 60 odd years eating animal products and dairy, and now for the last 5 years, eating a plant-based diet, and mainly we stick to the raw to four thing.
Raw to four,
A lot of food.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. And
You try very hard to.
my whole body is just great. I've had, all my blood tests done, and I've never felt fitter and healthier. I'm doing a lot of riding on the bikes and doing a lot of hills, and it's just great, and I just don't feel old. And I just feel young, and my body feels good. And,
I've seen impressive photos of you riding up some very steep hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I only started riding last September. I hadn't rode on a bike since I was 15, but got back in it and really enjoying it. And
so you hadn't ridden on a bike since you were 15.
Yeah.
And here you are at 69. Vegan, and you're riding up hills that I can't even drive up.
With the 20% gradient.
Yeah,
20% gradient.
Yeah.
My goodness, that's impressive.
That's pretty good.
I'm impressed.
Okay, so what was your? Let's go back to 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I believe you may have had some health complications.
Yeah. I had some health problems, and I had a thing called hemochromatosis, which is overload of iron, and I'd had that, for quite a while, and found out about it in '96. And normally I would go and every 6 weeks get a veni section, which is getting the blood out to keep the iron levels right.
Yeah.
But I haven't had any blood out for 5 years now, because since I went vegan and I added raw into my diet as an experiment, I sort of just put 5 days, 7 days, 10 days out of each month going just eating fruit, and then I did 60 days straight fruit. And I reversed my hemochromatosis, which no doctor could tell me about it. And also I had migraines for 16 years, one a week. And by adding that raw in, that got rid of it. And basically I don't get migraines anymore.
Fantastic.
So and doctors can't help you and tell you, but
No migraines?
No migraines.
Hemochromatosis gone?
Well, it's there, but it's under control.
It's controlled.
And I don't have to take blood out to control. It's just how I eat.
Yeah, okay. Riding up inclines that are insane. Somebody just commented 20% is massive incline.
Yeah, well, when I actually started, that was when I first did 5 months of raw last year, and I basically just ate fruit all day. And that's when I started my riding to get up that hill. So
was that completely raw? You were all doing a raw till 4?
No, completely raw. I was basically eating fruit all day. I'm a mono eater. I did a lot, maybe 20 odd bananas, and I do 20 nectarines, maybe 5 mangoes throughout the day. And then after a couple of months, I started adding in the salads at night to break it up a bit. But basically fruit all that way through. And I never felt so much fitter. And all my blood tests, I had blood tests before I started, blood test after I finished, and everything's perfect.
Now,
felt better.
do you have any need for any supplements?
No, we're on no medication. You don't need supplements and things. Look, your food is your supplement.
Yes, that's well said. Yes,
your food's a supplement.
We are particular about eating organic.
Organic,
possible.
Yes. No, that's good as well. B12.
B12's under control, which is pretty good, and I get that checked when I have blood tests. And the main thing, what Lindy and I are trying to do now is with our YouTube channel is to say you're not too old to change.
You're not too old to change.
And, and we're out there doing it, and we're trying to encourage people in our age group to get into it, be healthier when you go through, and get off any medication by eating this way. Diets don't work. You'll lose a lot of weight early, put twice as much back on when you finish. This way is a lifestyle. We eat this way for the rest of our life. You want to get off your medication, get onto a plant-based diet, and you'll see things happen for you.
Of course, who wouldn't want to do that? I mean, why would anyone at any age
That's a bit radical.
Yeah.
I'd rather take pills.
We're trying to reconnect again.
I'd rather take pills and go to hospital.
Sorry, we had a glitch again. So you were saying it's a bit radical. Yeah, rather take pills and go to hospital. Why would anyone at any age put up with just, I don't know, with ill health and
It's funny, Harry, because we see all the people in our age
in your age group, yes.
And, you have mates that are passing away and mates that are very ill. And they just don't get it, that what's going into their mouth is causing their problem.
Yes.
And if I can say it that way.
Yes,
They just don't get it. Now, they see us, they see how healthy Lindy and I are.
Yes, yeah.
But they don't.
There's still a lot of resistance there, isn't there?
Still a lot of resistance and stuff.
Some people would rather die than change their diet.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah.
It is sad.
It is very sad.
It's terrible.
And in your age group, this is much more prevalent because this is the point where a lot of people have already passed away from a heart attack or something because of their lifestyle.
Well, we enjoy travel and we want to get out there and show people you can do things. So that's what we're trying to get across on our channel, is that showing people what we do, how we exercise, what we eat. So it's a very good way of life and we're enjoying it. We're in no pain, no medication, we're just enjoying life. I don't understand why people won't take a 30-day challenge to go vegan for 30 days and find out how we
Sorry guys, we had a slight glitch again. Tonight is the night of the glitches on the phone. So yes, what you're saying is you don't understand why people won't take a 30-day challenge.
Of going vegan for 30 days. Go and have a blood test before you start it.
Yeah.
Get all your food in. Eat your fruit through the day, steam vegetables at night, things like that. And at the end of 30 days, it won't kill you, but you'll be so much healthier. Go do it.
Yeah.
True.
The only reason I can think of why somebody wouldn't do that is their taste addiction is so strong that it overrules anything else, any logic of wanting to improve their health.
Yes. They're treating their throat as a pleasure canal.
That's right.
Rather than something that delivers nutrition to their body.
Yeah. And isn't it ironic that vegan foods taste better in any case? Because once you've gone vegan and you smell how horrendous cooked corpse is.
Well, as we've said, between Lindy and I, we've been vegan now for over 13 years.
Yeah.
And we've eaten all the crap one way. Now we're eating all the good stuff. We know, and the body knows, and it's telling us how good we are. And so we're saying to people, get out there, don't knock it, just get out and do it. Give 30 days a go and see. No one can knock you when they haven't tried it.
Yeah. That's a good point, isn't it? Yeah.
They can't knock you. They haven't tried it.
Change is hard when you're ingrained in your belief that what you are doing is right, even if it's killing you. Change is hard.
Yeah. It can't be that. It can't be my diet. I have a good diet.
Even for a smoker, and I mean everyone knows it's bad for you.
Yeah.
It's not logical to be doing it, but addictions are not logical. I've said this before many times in different posts. Addictions are not logical. You're fighting something there that's there has to come a point where it sort of connects between the mind and the heart, I think.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. But Lindy's got some good stories with her health.
So Lindy.
Yes.
Welcome.
I'm here.
With a big smile on your face too, which is wonderful.
Yeah. Well, probably my biggest problem was eczema.
Oh yeah, eczema. Yes.
I had severe eczema from the day I was born.
Wow.
Until I was 57.
Wow.
So
57 years of eczema.
57 years of scratching.
Oh, I can't even imagine
and not
that.
sleeping well because of it.
Oh, I can't even imagine it. Wow.
I mean, there were varying degrees of, how bad it was.
Yeah.
But I did refine it with different things along the way.
Yeah.
I got rid of dairy and I got rid of washing powders and soaps and all sorts of things like that. And they helped a little bit. But I was always scratching. I always had patches. But when I went vegan, about 8 years ago, I went vegan and within 3 months it had disappeared and I just couldn't believe it. I would just look at myself and think, it might come back. Well, I did. I thought that I would be an old lady in bed scratching.
And the opposite is you have regained your health, like with Dennis, and you're riding up massive hills as well.
I'm going up that 20% gradient as well.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it 11 or 12 times in a row like Den. I've done 2 in a row. But we still do some pretty good hill climbing around where we live.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And we sometimes come back and we're really tired. But you know what?
I got worn out just hearing about it.
Yeah, you just feel so good afterwards. It's such a great sense of achievement to be able to do that at our age.
Yes.
And
you're in your 60s as well?
I'm 65.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
So I came up a steep hill the other day, and as I was coming up, a young man went down on a motorbike.
Yeah.
And just as I reached the top of it, he came back up. Yeah. And he said, "Wow," he said, "that's awesome." And he's saying, "Wow." You know, I thought, "Oh."
That's encouraging. That's encouraging.
It was very encouraging to get that sort of response from a young man.
I just want to say thank you very much for the comments that are coming through, and also, guys, that you're holding off on the questions. I appreciate that too. Yeah. That's really good. Lots of people are saying hello. I'm noticing them coming up on the phone. They don't seem to be refreshing on my computer particularly well tonight, so I'm watching it on the phone instead. But lots of comments coming up, or not just comments, but people watching and saying hello. So hello to everyone that's watching.
Yes,
so this
hello
is
everyone.
This is hello world. Yes.
Hello world. Harry's world.
No, it's the vegan hour world. So would it be fair to say that obviously for both of you, initially your reason for you went to a plant-based, it wasn't so much you went vegan, you went to a plant-based diet for health reasons initially. Would that be correct?
Yeah, I mean, Freely was one of our biggest...
Our inspiration.
Now, just in case you don't know, Freely, the banana girl, is Lindy's daughter. So obviously she's been a big inspiration. Because Freely's been vegan for, is it 14 years? 10 years?
No, it's 10.
10 years. Okay.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's been a big inspiration, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
because after she did her bike ride from Adelaide up to the Gold Coast, in the middle of winter, out through the coldest parts of Australia.
I saw the video of that.
Yes. Well, she stayed with us for quite a while after that, and she worked on me. She had done so in the past, but I sort of ignored her a lot and thought, I can't do this.
So was there would it be fair to say there was a bit of cognitive dissonance happening with yourself, perhaps?
Definitely.
Okay,
definitely.
So that's fair enough, being on the other side, seeing how hard it is to change.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, Lindy went 3 years before me.
Yeah. I was amazed.
So,
it wasn't hard.
It took you another 3 years to sort of catch up.
Yeah, well, I hadn't been eating red meat because of the hemochromatosis. But I loved all that, and
we loved his prawns.
I loved all the seafood and stuff.
Oh God, that's revolting. I'm sorry, that's just revolting.
But since I changed over,
he used to get gout because of prawns.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen anymore.
So when I changed, it was the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few things best things I've ever done.
For me too.
One of the best things I would say is meeting Lindy. My life was great.
That's awesome.
And
isn't that beautiful? A little bit of love on the show. That's what the show needs, more love.
But it was, and the two of us now have a really great life together.
Yes.
Travelling and that, and we're both heading in the right direction, and we can thank Freely for all that.
Yes.
And stuff. So
she is a major inspiration in both our lives, and
she has inspired a lot of people.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
Yeah, definitely. It's brought thousands and thousands of people. Yeah. Now, so that is fantastic that. You've seen both sides of it, and I'm feeling, listening to your story, I'm really inspired because at 69 and at 65, to be riding up the hills that you guys are riding up on a bike is very impressive. To be reversing all the issues that you guys had, it's just fantastic. I can especially relate to your story because my reason for going plant-based and eventually vegan, because I'm separating it because initially for me it was plant-based.
Yes.
It wasn't. I wasn't aware of the whole vegan lifestyle. Originally, but mine was because of skin conditions, because of acne. So I can relate. Although I did it at a younger age.
Yes.
But
I wish I had.
Yeah, well,
I could have saved all those years of suffering.
Yes,
you know?
But you must pinch yourself now and go, my God, this is fantastic.
I do. Sometimes
it's improved so much.
Sometimes I eat something and it sparks off a little reaction, and I think.
Now we've had a comment from Lindy Lou that says you guys both look amazing, which is that's excellent. I'm reading the comments up here, and I've given up on the computer. And
my son's watching. Hi,
Pete. Yeah, okay.
G'day, Pete.
Awesome, and they are amazing role models. Kathy says.
Oh, thank you.
And you are.
Yeah. You know, another thing that happened to me after I went vegan. Is say 3 to 6 months in. I actually had this feeling of a load being lifted off me. I'm feeling lighter in myself.
Yes, like a spiritual, dare I say, spiritual.
I'm not a spiritual person.
I know. But there was something there, wasn't there?
I could feel it.
Yes.
I actually felt lighter and happier just in myself. So I think that was because of the animal issues.
Yes. So it's like maybe the guilt was going?
Yeah.
The guilt was going, which is...
I was in denial for so many years. And then...
Denial is not just a river in Egypt.
No.
And the dad jokes... The dad jokes just keep on coming. Who else does the best dad jokes? Actually, you do pretty good dad jokes.
Not on here. But one of the things I did, Harry, like when I started riding the bike in September of last year, I looked at a hill and I thought that'll take me a year of riding just to do one lap. Okay. When I started the Raw in November of last year, just doing 5 months, the day I did it, I did my first lap up the hill. And in that time, that's when I've done, I've gone up 11 times now, and I couldn't have done that.
11 times in a row.
11 times in a row.
He's been a lot more.
I mean, it took me an hour 38 to do it.
Yeah.
Well, that stuff. So, but you just set some goals and determination.
Okay, so you notice a big difference between eating fully raw and eating a plant-based diet that's got some cooked food in it. You do notice a difference energy-wise?
Yeah. I'm going to do it again when November 1 comes again. I won't be 100% raw because I'll be 90%, and it's basically just eating all fruit with some salads and stuff, but mainly all fruit. And when we've got some guests or we've got some friends overseas come over, I'll have the odd steamed veggies. I'll just be a bit more sociable. But I didn't know I could do it, but I set a goal to do it, and I've never felt so good in my life. So, but plant-based diet, adding some raw into it here and there, even if you add 1 or 2 days a week, just going raw throughout the year, you watch the difference your body tells you. Body's telling me,
raw
and it doesn't lie, And the best thing about it for Lindy and I, we don't feel old.
Yes, and you don't look old. I'm actually very surprised that you're 69.
I play a lot of golf and go to Tues, and you see, I come home from golf and I say to Lindy,
he doesn't know
this old bloke, I walk all the time, but I say, this old bloke today, he was in a bad way, and then he said, how old was he? And I said, about 65. She says, well, you're older than him. I said, we don't feel old.
And you certainly don't look 65 either. It's incredible. It's just incredible. Thank you for watching, Jason and Blake.
Hi, Jason.
Blake from Vegan Frothers. I think I got the right Blake. And Kathy. Now, Kiska said something nice. She said, very inspiring. Thank you for sharing, Lindy and Dennis, and thank you to the host, Harry. Thank you, Kiska, for that nice compliment.
Thank you, Kiska. And, she's all the way up in Emerald.
In Emerald?
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are going to be travelling soon too, aren't you? You're going another travelling journey,
Yes.
So, okay, guys, I want to put it to... We've been talking for a little while here. I want to put it out to you. This is the Vegan Hour. The point of the Vegan Hour is to be interactive. So I want to get some questions. If you've got some questions there, please throw them at us. And I should say, throw them at... We'll attempt throw them at Lindy and Dennis, and you might be curious about, do they find it, for instance, do they find it hard to be 100% raw, for instance, which is one of the questions I had. You might want to ask them that. I'm prompting them for questions now. Yeah. Simone's watching. Hey, Simone. Hey, Frothers, Blake says. Andrew Coon says, thanks, guys. Paige is watching. Hey, Paige, thanks for joining us. And just remember, guys, for those that have just joined, that if we're pixelating in and out, don't stress, because the YouTube version with really good sound and really good picture and with the background picture the right way around will be up
and maybe with my logo the right way
around. That's right, and maybe with my logo the right way around. Will be up online in a couple of days. And I actually haven't said it Simone says. I haven't said it tonight, but I want to say thank you to Vegan Frothers and to Burleigh Town Storage for providing the wonderful facilities here for us to live stream from. So thank you very much. This helps make the Vegan Hour a bit more easier. A bit more easier? Is that good English?
A bit easier.
A bit easier, yeah, that's a bit easier, yeah. And Paige says, hey, Harry. Okay, so seeing as while we're waiting to see if anyone wants to ask you guys any questions, I think everyone knows you guys. I think that's
quite a few people.
So maybe they already know you. Let's see, Joanne said, okay. There's a question from Joanne. She's just come online there. How long have you been raw? So.
Oh no, we're not totally raw at the moment.
Not totally raw. So
I basically.
We are raw till 4 as much as possible, but we have times, especially Dennis, when we'll go totally raw and not eat any cooked food at all. But the fruit has to be in season and good.
So when you go totally raw, you tend to be predominantly fruit and less vegetables?
Definitely fruit.
Just all fruit. Don't have vegetables.
We love our fruit.
Oh, you don't have any vegetables at all?
And bananas are our
You won't snack on a carrot or a piece of celery?
No, basically, people have often asked me...
Bananas are our staple though, aren't they?
People used to ask me what I ate in a day, and I would say, give an idea. I said, look, get up in the morning and I'd have 2 big glasses of water to start the day off. I'd have about 6 bananas, and then Lindy would make a green smoothie and put about 7 bananas in with some dates, celery and kale and things. So we'd have that, and I'd go off to golf and take 12, 15 bananas with me and walk around the golf course.
Wow, the banana count's getting up.
And then I'd come home and I'd eat a minimum of 20 nectarines in the afternoon.
Wow.
And then I'd sit down and have
Would you eat
5 or 6...
20 nectarines in one sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Now let's go back a step. Yeah. Your smoothie had bananas. Did you say dates?
Well,
dates.
But it also had
celery
and...
Celery is one of the best vegetables for alkalising.
Yes, that's true. Celery and what was the other green it had in it?
Kale.
How was that for food combining? Because that to me, bananas with celery in there. That's... Because I know you're not a fan of my banana pizzas. For food combining, you've commented on that.
You can't put fruit with pastry.
But no, it's good. So it's a good way to start. So,
but is it okay? Is it okay to food combine fruit with celery?
We've never had any problems.
Because fruit combining is one of the things that you do focus on, isn't it?
That's true. That food combining in raw, when you're on a raw diet, is definitely an issue.
Yeah, okay. Now
it's best to eat fruits in isolation.
In isolation, that's right.
And mono if possible.
Mono if possible, yes. Yeah. Melissa says, hi guys, hi Melissa, great to see you all, yes. Melissa. And I love banana pizza, I make that too. There you go. Banana pizza is
a pastry?
Yes, cooked banana. It is awesome. This is like, we like to live on the edge.
Yeah.
I'm right out there.
Seeing we're in our 60s, maybe our gut isn't really going to like that at all.
No.
So we
actually,
try to
it's not something I'd have on a regular basis.
We try to listen to our gut. Simone, we do. We try to listen to our gut as much as possible.
Now, Joanne that asked the question about how long you've been raw also asks what made you go raw, because she must have missed the earlier part when we were talking about it. So if we give a brief.
Well, basically, I've been 6 months vegan, eating normal, with fruit and steamed vegetables, and having those migraines one a week, for 16 years, I thought, I wonder if I added some raw into my diet, would it work? So what I did, I had a blood test, and then I did 5 days straight raw in the first month, 7 days the second month, 10 days the third month. No migraines in that month, in those 3 months. And I was having blood tests every 6 weeks, and I could notice my ferritin, which is my iron level, going from 50 to 62 to 73. So I thought, no migraines. Now something's going on here. My ferritin is slowing down, no blood out. So I did 30 days straight raw, and no migraines, and another blood test, and it went from 72 to 75. And I thought, I've got to do another 30 days raw to see where this goes. And it went from 75 to 58. So it turned around and come back. Now, I went down and saw the director of haematology in Sydney. And I said, David, here's all my blood tests. You found me 96.
Yeah.
What do you think? And he said, Dan, just keep doing what you're doing. They don't know. They can't help you. I wouldn't have known, only I added the raw in.
Never experimented with anything like that.
So just by adding the raw in.
They're all about medication.
The main thing I wanted to get off was the migraines.
Yeah.
But then now, 5 years, and I still haven't any blood.
Okay, so the migraines. And hello, Jeff. Thanks for watching. So with the migraines, when you go back to eating some cooked vegan food...
No, I still don't get it.
You don't get it? No.
Because I'm eating so much fruit.
Yeah.
I'm eating a lot of raw through the day. And then we have beautiful steamed vegetables at night. And I eat a lot of potatoes. Half my plate...
Sweet potatoes or regular potatoes?
No, just regular. No, we do the lot. But half my plate will be steamed potatoes, sweet potato, pumpkin, and you've got your broccoli, your collie, your carrots.
That's pretty similar to what I have.
But I do eat a lot. And some nights I will sit down and just have a huge big plate of potatoes, steamed potatoes, and we get lime and lemons and just squeeze it over it, and it's a magnificent taste. So, but that's why we don't do it all year round doing the raw. In the winter time, we do our raw through the day, but we like our steamed vegetables at night.
Yes, okay. So now you're also, not only are you very well aware of food combining, you're also very well aware of carving the F up.
Yep.
I don't swear on this show, so I don't.
Yes. We're definitely aware of that.
Yes, and if you're not aware of that out there, that basically means that carbohydrates are your friend.
Yes.
They're not your enemy.
Not your enemy, yes, and it's a re-education of of things that people aren't aware of,
every cell in your body runs on glucose.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you maybe expand a little bit on your experiences with eating a lot of carbohydrates and that, and maybe, or any information you want to give our viewers about that?
We haven't got fat eating carbohydrates.
Definitely not fat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And Den's actually lost weight eating as many carbs as he likes.
Yeah,
I've gotten fat, but that's because I don't eat.
I
like my fried and my sugary snacks, and I'm a shocker.
I don't even think.
I think
okay, so you don't think sugar's a problem?
No,
okay.
No, well, people say to us.
If you ask Dr. McDougall, he's recently done a video on rice and sugar, and he basically says if you're fat and unfit and unwell, you should go on a rice diet.
On a rice diet? Yes. Question which just disappeared very quickly there. The potatoes, were they at night? You have them at night? Yes.
At night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Simone says when you hang around people your own age that aren't on the vegan page, have you noticed the difference in attitude between you both and others since you both changed your lifestyle?
Oh, we have to listen to them talk about their medication.
Oh,
and
yes.
They're like army this, army that, they're in the army.
They're in the army? They're in the army?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Army leg, army leg.
Oh, that's good. Brooke is watching. Thank you for joining us, Brooke. They're in the army.
And most of them are overweight. Not all of them.
Yeah.
The ones that aren't overweight are usually are under eating actually. And
yes. Because they're not digesting properly or something.
Well,
there's another issue that can come up.
Well, even, they try and keep their calories down because they're worried about getting... Whereas we actually never think about that. We just eat what we want.
So basically, if my understanding of the way the carbohydrate thing works, if you're eating the right carbohydrates, you can pretty much eat a lot of them.
Well, it's not about quantity, it's about quality.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think at our age, we now know which is the best way to eat. And we know what's working for us.
You definitely do.
And so nobody, whether you're young or old, can tell us any difference because they don't know. And we know at our age we've eaten a lot of weight
on their own bodies in order to
And this is what you've done.
We've done.
You've done the experiment. You've even had the experts say, well, keep doing what you're doing.
That's right. That's right.
So Kathy says, how many times have you been going up that steep hill now, Dennis?
Oh, I've done 11 in a row.
11 in a row.
And, we're going away on the end of the week. But
you did 5 yesterday.
I did 5. I had 5 for a training run.
Louise says she's a nurse and she sees it every day. It's crazy. So, people on medication, what we're talking about, on medication and all that. Aren't hospitals a terrible place when you see just how unhealthy people are in there?
I don't even have a doctor. I do not like going to doctors. I do not like sitting in waiting rooms with sick people. The only time I go to a doctor is for a blood test.
I can't help but think a degree of that whole people staying on medication and being sick is because it's like a sympathy thing. It's like they get a negative attention.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't know what to do with themselves if they were healthy.
I think with a lot of them, it's a day's outing for them to go to the doctors. As they get older, it's something to do.
It was for my mother. My mother was hooked on medication for 40 years. My mother was in fact, she probably has a lot to do with my attitude towards medication and doctors. Because I watched her basically shop around for doctors. And if they wouldn't give her what she wanted, she'd go and find another one who would. And if that one wouldn't give it to her, she'd be off somewhere else. And if I ever turned up to see Mum after I left home and she wasn't there, I knew I could go to the doctors and find her. And as children, my mother we had like a utility drawer where you throw all your junk in and stuff. And it was always full of Beck's powders. She lived on Beck's powders until someone said, "Oh, they're bad for you," and she had to think about that, but she hated to give them up.
Now, a couple of comments have come in there because we're taking comments as they come in now. Paige says, "Yes, Harry, agree with what we're talking about there." Louise says, "If it's grown from the earth, can't go wrong. Keep it green and lean. I've never felt better. My dad reversed his type 2 diabetes. Have you guys reversed anything on this lifestyle?" Well, yes. Yes, you have. Which was the
migraines and the hemochromatosis.
And my eczema. And I did have very severe eczema.
Yes.
Plus, I was diagnosed as an asthmatic when I was younger. And I actually haven't had an asthma attack in a long, long time.
It's funny you actually reminded me as when I was very young I was diagnosed with bronchitis and I haven't had an issue with that. So
I think one of the best things we talk about if we had anything and reversed it, what we've done I think is reversed our bodies to how we were when we were young to how we are now. We feel young, our bodies feel young, we've got so much energy, so that's been the best thing by going vegan and being on a plant-based diet and doing the Raw the 4 has really worked for us.
Now, we've just had a very good question come in from Simone.
It's
a Simone question. I haven't even read it to you. Is vegan the new Viagra?
Yes.
We're not allowed to talk about things like that at our age, are we?
I believe I have heard that people make love at many different ages. Christine is watching. Thank you for joining us. Jeff Leach says, yes, the mass media helps promote big business. Medication is... My goodness, the comments are coming through so quick I can't read them.
Well, I think the pharmaceutical industry is the biggest industry in the world.
I'm actually going to try something different on my computer because I'm having difficulty keeping up with these comments. So I'm going to try a different browser so I can read them. But people like the comment from... So good on you, Simone. You're getting some reaction there.
What was that comment?
Is vegan the new Viagra?
Oh, yes, I've forgotten that. Yes,
okay, let's just refresh and see if we can get the comments coming up on my computer. Okay. There was a comment there. I'm just going to close that window there. Okay, this might work a bit better. Okay, what was the comment that the long comment that Jeff made, which I've lost? I can't read on. Can you repost your comment, Jeff? Because it's on the phone, but it's scrolled out of viewing range, and it's not on the. I can't scroll back on the computer. Louise has just said, "Congrats, that's awesome. I got my period back after 2 years without it. Wow. Someone has to agree. This life is definitely awesome." Joanne says, yes, it's a huge scam. Yes, that would be the pharmaceuticals. Definitely. For me personally, having a friend that's a doctor and talking to him about the drug company reps coming in and saying, if you sell this many drugs, you get a free holiday, you get a free computer, you get this. And it's like, seriously?
Well, it's compromising their ethics.
It's completely compromising their ethics. I was told that decades ago and just like,
first do no harm.
First do no harm, yes.
First do no harm.
Yes, and that's a very good motto for all you serial killers out there too, okay? Because you're not following that.
There's no serial killers in the vegan world.
I hope not, unless they don't like breakfast.
Harry, is it all right if we give people our name of our channel?
Of course, please do. You have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Let's type it in.
It's Banana Mum.
Oh, that's good.
Banana Mum.
Banana Mum.
So hang on, it'll be
because my daughter's a banana girl.
Oh, hang on. I'm not sure how to type it in as a YouTube channel.
Banana Mum and Fuzzy Bear.
Okay, there.
Here he is, Fuzzy Bear.
YouTube channel is Banana Mum, and it won't provide a link unless I go to YouTube and do it. I'll have to do it later. And Fuzzy Bear. Now, sorry, Jeff, you reposted and then I lost it before it. Kathy says, what about your yoga and swimming, Lindy? And what about your yoga and swimming? And Jeff, can you repost again?
I usually do yoga two or three times a week.
Excellent.
And plus the cycling, I like to go 2 or 3 times a week.
Excellent.
And I love to get in the ocean every day if possible.
I saw one of your most recent videos with your daughter.
Oh, yes.
And the ocean looked fantastic. And you guys looked so healthy. It was incredible.
That was down at Rainbow.
Yes, it looked fantastic.
Just on the corner there. Oh, it was so beautiful.
Paige says one of the clients has shed 15 kilos and reversed thyroid condition.
Yes.
After I turned her on a whole food plant-based diet in just 3 months.
Yeah, we're
awesome, Paige. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Joanne says dropped all psych drugs after I went vegan. Awesome.
Well, that's fantastic.
This is good. This is fantastic for anyone watching this that is still transitioning to actually get these responses from other people that have also done what you have done, and to see how it gets you off medication, how it improves your life, where life feels like worth living, not sitting in front of the TV like, I've got to be on all this medication to get through the day, what's the point of living? Yeah. You're out there on your bicycle, you're travelling around the world, you're playing golf, you love your golf.
Yeah, I play twice a week. I walk the golf course, 4.5 hours each day. I go out and walk.
And only recently we both went to Chiang Mai in Thailand to join up with all the other Raw Till Forers that came there from around the world, and there were at least 200 people at the top of the mountain every day. We had to cycle up 11 Ks to get to
the top of the mountain?
Yeah, to the Q&A at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, okay.
And that was fantastic.
Jeff has just reposted, but I can't actually see. I'm not even... okay, hang on, we're loading. We're reloading. We're reloading. Sorry, Jeff. It's just the comments are coming through. Yes, the mass media helps promote big business. Medication is a business. To continue to make profits, people need to remain sick. Sad but true. That's true.
Yeah, there's no money in being healthy.
Interesting question from Melissa. Speaking of ethics, what do you think about the Coca-Luscious scandal? I guess she's talking about the dairy.
I did see chocolate. That. There's a recall on.
There's a recall on that.
Coca-Luscious. I guess these things happen. They would never have done it on purpose, of course. I mean, it's something that's been.
It's something that can happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they've done the right thing. They've recalled it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Duncan has linked to your YouTube channel, I think, by the looks of it. Yes, I don't. Well, actually, I'll click on it and see if it doesn't slow things down on the computer too much.
It should
we
be up.
We did have 2 videos up.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's the link. Thank you, Duncan, for putting the link there. That is awesome. There's actually, I see a picture of your daughter there as well.
At the top there. 2.
3 of you. Excellent. So that's great. Melissa says, since going vegan, both my hubby and me have lost over 20 kilos each, and all medical issues gone, and there were many. We are getting so many responses from people tonight of their personal just improvements by going on a plant-based diet.
And everyone you ask who went vegan can tell you about things that improve in their lives.
Well, Lindy and I are convinced. I mean, with what I did, adding the raw in, I believe raw
is optimal,
is the main thing that reversed the hemochromatosis, got rid of the migraines. And I think if you can add raw into your diet 1 or 2 days out of the week, you can overcome any illness you've got because the body's repairing itself.
Yes.
And we now know at our age, we feel like we're in our 20s or 30s again, you know, and that's the main.
Well, you got a sparkle in your eyes, Dennis.
Well, that's because I'm with Lindy.
Chasing me around the house.
Got to chase her all the time, you know.
God, I'm glad this is a G-rated show. Otherwise, we'd have to turn the lights out. I'd have to leave.
We don't want to gross the young people.
Yeah, we don't want to gross the young people. I'd have to leave the room. Anyway, I was going to ask. And sorry, I've lost it now because I can't remember what the question was.
You're not going red, are you, Harry?
Oh yeah, actually, I think I'm getting embarrassed thinking about it. I've got thoughts going through my mind. It's no, I had a question I was going to ask. I can't remember what it was. Okay, I might come back to it. But it was to do with. I was going to ask you about fasting. That's right.
No, I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in fasting?
No, you don't.
Finally, our first argument.
Yeah. Look, you don't starve your body. You don't. If you're putting the right fuel in, the right foods, there's no need to do it. Yeah. Look, just keep eating the right foods. If you're eating organic,
might be okay for people that are on sad diets.
Yeah, standard American diet,
but if you're
standard
eating
Australian diet.
I mean, look, at our age, we do know.
So you've never fasted?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to fast. You're putting good food in water. But the best part, I say to people, how would you like to be on a lifestyle where you can eat as much food as you like all day, every day?
Yes.
We graze all day.
Yeah.
We graze all day. There's no such thing as 3 meals.
Yeah.
And so, what's better than eating all the food you like?
But we can go.
And you're not putting weight on.
Yes.
And you're not feeling sluggish.
You're saving money from not having to worry about the medication. Your love life. We've established that your love life improves.
Yes.
And we're addicted to dates and bananas instead of cheese and dairy.
And also, you're ethically and morally, you're doing the right thing. So there's as you said, there's a lifting of heaviness, right? You know in your heart you're doing the right thing.
I'll give you an example. Last year I went down to Sydney where my kids, son and my daughter live, and we went out to an AFL game with 11 of his mates. Oh, God. And we went out in 2 cars anyway. We pick up the last guy in one of the cars, and my son says, Huddy, that's my dad, Dennis, over there. And Huddy said, shit, he looks younger than you. And it really pissed my son right off.
Now, before these questions disappear, Paige says, or these comments, Joanne says, she's going to have a go at going raw. Excellent. You guys are great role models, aren't they? Fantastic.
Thank you, Joanne.
Thanks, Joanne.
And it's good that they've been able to inspire you. That is fantastic.
Yeah, raw is wonderful, but you need to make sure you've got plenty of food on hand. Otherwise, you won't succeed.
Now, Paige says, I'll come back to that in a second because Paige comments about to disappear. She self-healed from CFS and endometriosis and shed 15 kilos and kept it off on a whole food plant-based diet.
Excellent.
Good on
Matthew says food is fuel, and of course it is fuel. You put shit fuel in your car and it stops running properly. It's very simple.
Lindy's got a famous saying. What's about the car?
Oh, the car. Yes. Yes, it's not my saying.
No, but it's a good one.
Yeah, but if you when you get your license, you're given a car, a brand new car, and you're told, okay, this is the only car you're going to have for your whole life. You are never going to have another car. What sort of fuel are you going to put in that car? Yeah. Are you going to put shit fuel in it? No, you're going to want premium. Because you're never going to get another car. You might be able to replace the parts here and there. Yes. But you are never going to get another car.
Good analogy. Yes. Good analogy.
And people don't actually seem to relate that to their bodies. The car's more important than their body.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. We treat our body as if it's not our own in some way or something. I just wanted to sort of keep that brief because Melissa's comment before it disappears says, do you have any tips, Dennis and Lindy, on vegans that are wanting to go more raw? One of them was have a lot of food on hand.
You must have a lot of fruit on hand. You've got to have a plan, basically. If you don't have a plan, like for us, when we buy bananas, they might come in and they're not so ripe. So we have to keep them in ongoing so that we've always got ripe bananas on hand. You need ripe fruit. good, right. Don't eat fruit that isn't ripe.
Yeah. And make
because
sure
you're going to get a tummy ache.
make sure you're eating plenty of fruit, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
Enough
sure, but again,
to satiate you.
when I do the raw, I do it in November because it's warm. Right?
Yeah.
And as I say, 6 bananas in the morning when I first get up after a couple of glasses of water.
Yeah.
About another 15 or so through the day, and then 20 nectarines in the afternoon, about 5 mangoes for tea. I'm eating plenty of fruit. I don't feel full. I don't feel unhealthy and that. I've got so much energy, but you've got to eat plenty. If you don't eat enough, you might go searching for other food. But even if you start off and just do 1 day a week, then step it up to 2 days a week.
Or even if you can just have fruit for breakfast, just to start.
it is the best breakfast.
And then move that to lunch.
We will be showing on our YouTube channel down the track what we eat for breakfast and what we eat for dinner as well, so people can see the amount of food that we actually do eat. And when it comes summer, you'll see in a day, we'll put it on the bench when all the fruit's in. This is what we're going to eat in a day.
I have seen some photos previously, and it's quite impressive.
We have shelves with our fruit on it.
Yes.
And we always have those things on hand. Otherwise, you're going to eat what's in the cupboard. And what's in the don't have those things in the cupboard.
Well, that's right. Yes. So, do you ever find yourself have a craving, like craving like for a vegan junk food or something like that?
That usually means we haven't eaten enough.
Yes. Yes.
So I mean, blokes at golf say, how can you eat that many bananas a day? I say, well, do I look unhealthy? And they say, no, you look great. I said, well, there you
go. Yeah.
You know, you're eating good whole foods. Yeah. You don't feel
Now, Paige says, you both look amazing, and of course you also, Harry. Thanks, Paige. You reverse the aging process on this lifestyle too. Joanne says, do you juice?
We don't really juice, because I do juice carrots occasionally because they're not good in the blender. I really like to blend because you're keeping the fibre.
Yes.
I don't like, I've done the juicing and I've had all this fibre.
All this pulp.
Yeah, and I thought, I don't want to throw this away. I mean, you can incorporate it in some sort of cooking. But that's another thing again, you have to learn how to do.
Another good question. Melissa asked, which farmers markets do you go to get your produce from?
Well, we actually have a stall at Nerang Market called the Nut House.
The Nut House at Nerang Market's on Sundays.
On Sunday mornings, where we sell organic nuts, seeds and dried fruit.
Drop in and see Lindy and Dennis there.
Well, we won't be there the next 2 Sundays.
No, we're away. Okay. They're away the next 2 Sundays.
So we do get quite a lot of our produce from the store next door, Rod, who's a biodynamic farmer and sells organic produce.
Okay.
And we also buy quite a lot of our food from Mullen Market on a Friday morning.
That's right. You're at Mullen Market too?
Yeah.
Do you have a store there?
No, we don't have a store, but we love Mullen Market. We love the vibe there. We love the food there. We love the
atmosphere's great.
The situation of it. It's under some beautiful trees. It's just a lovely spot to be.
Now, Joanne asked, do you use supplements? And we were talking about that earlier.
You don't need supplements.
Don't need supplements if you're eating the right food, which is.
I have an occasional B12 shot.
Right.
But it's not something I do on a regular basis.
How often would you have your B12?
Probably
once a year.
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Duncan loves his NutriBullet. That's excellent. Yeah, invite me to the wedding, good. Duncan. Sorry. It's another dad joke almost. Melissa said she never knew that's just round the corner, so the markets must be just round the corner from her.
Oh, Nerang Market?
Yeah, and she also said Mullum is her favourite too, great community. Yeah. So, actually, Melissa was at the Bris Vegan Fest on Sunday, but...
We won't be there for the next 2 weeks.
But I missed her. Sorry, I missed you, Melissa. I didn't get there till nearly lunchtime, so I don't know if you were still there. I was hoping to say hello, but...
Wasn't that an amazing turn-up?
Yes. Yes, actually, a big shout-out to Sarah Wade for the fantastic job that was done with the Bris Vegan Fest, where the biggest issue was that there were so many people there wanting so much wonderful vegan food that there were massive lines and people selling out of vegan food. How good a problem is that? The talks were great. There was plenty of attendance to them. When James Aspey was emceeing there was
so
lots
much better than the last one that was in that nightclub.
It was fantastic. There used to be a saying, vegan world by 2020, and I felt like I'd stepped into it.
Yes.
I was walking around and I just like, so many vegan friends that I know were there, and it just was like, wow. It just resonated with me so beautifully afterwards for the next day or so. I just thinking about it was awesome. So, and yes, okay, Melissa's just responding to the fact that we didn't bump into each other at the show, at the fest. Now, looking at the time, what do we got here? It's 8:25, so we're going to wind up in about 5 minutes, which means I just want to make some announcements, which is...
what's your energy level compared to...
Hang on. If you guys can see this, that's for the camera there, and that's for the camera up there. This is a calendar personally autographed by vegan bodybuilder and personal trainer and holistic coach and all the rest. Jeff Leach. He has written there, "Stay hot." This is he's a fighter. He was on the show a couple of weeks ago. He has signed this calendar. I'm giving this away next week. This is one for the ladies. The way you win this is by sharing this live stream or by sharing the YouTube version of this live stream that'll come out in a couple of days' time. I'll give that away next week to the person that shares that the most. So if you want a calendar with lots of very fit vegan, very fit firemen, the one on the front is vegan, the others aren't. I'll have to qualify that, sorry.
Well, there's Alice's question about
Alice,
energy level.
Hello, Alice. What is your energy level? Well, your energy is a hell of a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
that's fantastic.
You noticed it almost immediately, didn't you?
But I have to say that we are on the raw till 4 lifestyle, and that means that we are actually eating raw until the evening meal.
Yes,
most of the
and
time.
then your evening meal tends to be like
right.
your steamed veg and rice.
Yeah, so we're eating fruit all through the day.
Yes,
and then we just you never put fruit behind the whole foods because they'll slow down, they'll ferment in your stomach.
Yes.
They just don't get through quick enough.
Yes.
So you just eat fruit, and you've got so much energy.
What about vegetable salad or something like that?
I used to do like salads in the evening. Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of chopped things.
Now, only got a few minutes left to go, and so I also want to say thank you very much for the audience participation tonight, guys. It has been really good. I've been really inspired by talking with you guys. I think it's obvious you guys have been inspired too, because we've had quite a few people watching, quite a few people commenting. Really appreciate it. You can re-watch this pixelated version of the Vegan Hour on the page after the show or after it's finished, or you can wait for the YouTube version, which will be online within 2 days. Okay, so on my YouTube channel. I want to mention next week I have the machine.
The machine?
I have the machine.
Who's the machine?
The machine. Kerry Huff is with me next week, the machine. He's going to inspire us in a different sort of way. I'll be very interested to see what angle he comes from. So I have the machine next week. Okay, so he will be with me. So he's going to motivate us, I think.
Kerry's a nice guy.
What have we got? What are the comments? Just want to say thank you for having your show. Keep it shining bright. And thanks, Lindy and Dennis, for being here. We have really enjoyed tonight's show. I'm glad people enjoyed tonight's show. Sorry, we got the should be waving up there. Sorry, we got the pixelation happening, guys. But So let's see. How's our time? Yeah, we're nearly winding up. Okay, so this has been episode 17 of the Vegan Hour on Tuesday, September the 6th. 2016. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed presenting it, and as much as I've enjoyed talking to Lindy and Dennis. And we'll have you guys back on in the future sometime, and we can share a bit more.
It was our pleasure to be here.
I really appreciate you guys coming. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And thank you, everyone.
And you're a great fella too.
Thank you. Thanks, guys, for joining us. And next week I'll be back for episode 18 with Kerry Huff, the machine. So you'll have to tune in and find out what that's all about, because I'm not even sure myself. I like to keep a bit of mystery. So that's been the Vegan Hour. Remember to live vegan and save lives. And as I like to say, ahimsa. And I'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Bye.